was able to get my hands on the Concord beta, the free beta, because let me be completely honest, I was not spending a MF and dime to play the beta early for that game, okay? I'm just being real. Now, this game has dealt with a lot of scrutiny. I mean, a lot of hate, even before the beta. A lot of people was calling it the pronoun game. You know, all the hate was coming its way. And as a fan of Overwatch, team hero-based shooter, I was willing to give this game a try. Now, I'm not going to sit here and fucking lie to y'all and say, oh, I was so excited to get my hands on this. It intrigued me. No, it fucking didn't. I'm going to be real. It didn't intrigue me in the slightest. But I'm willing to give something to try, especially when everybody else is hating on it, so I can form my own opinion. I don't follow, you know, sheep. I don't follow everybody else. Y'all know how I give it up on this channel. This is going to be raw reactions. This is coming from the soul, okay? Concord kind of had a rough start when it came to the beta. The paid beta, nobody was playing. Like, the numbers are extremely low. It was actually kind of disrespectful how low it was. And the free version, I think the first day had a decent amount of numbers, and then as the days went on, the numbers just decreased significantly. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Concord has a lot, and I mean a lot of issues. There's very few positives I got out of this beta, and I'm just not gonna lie to y'all, this game is just not gonna do well over time. I don't even think it's gonna do well as it releases, especially with Wukong dropping in the same week as it. I just definitely don't see this game doing good. But I'm going to say off rip, if you are not a fan of team-based hero shooters, you're not going to like this to begin with. If you're not somebody that enjoyed Overwatch or maybe Team Fortress or something in that realm, you're going to fucking hate this game. There's not a chance in hell you're going to like this if you don't like the other team-based shooter games that are actually good. Now, before I get into the details and everything, Concord looks like one of those fake video games that are made specifically for TV shows. Like, if y'all ever watched something like My Wife and Kids, and then, you know, the kids are playing some random looking game on TV, that's what the hell Concord looks like. But let me just get into the good right now. The graphics are amazing. I know when you start off with graphics, the game is probably not the best, but the graphics scream this was made for the PS5. Like, the graphics are absolutely fire. The graphics are absolutely fire, and I feel like I haven't been saying, oh, this game was specifically made for the PS5 and the PS5 only a lot this generation, so I'll give them credit for that. And also, the gunplay was pretty smooth. I'm not gonna lie, the gunplay felt really good. So that's something that really surprised me, because I didn't think the gunplay was gonna be all that, especially in the beta phase. I thought the gunplay was gonna be kind of mid, but no, it's pretty decent. I'm not saying Concord is a horrible game or by any means. Concord definitely suffers from being FM. Now, some of y'all might not even understand what FM means. It means fucking mid. This game is extremely mid, and I'm gonna explain why this game is extremely fucking mid. Now, mind you, this is a $40 game, so remember that when I'm going over the issues I have with the beta. So, the first and major issue I have with this game, if you're gonna have a team-based hero shooter, there has to be creativity in the game. Concord lacks so much creativity. I mean, the character designs are so trash in my opinion. I mean, I feel like they try to pander to a certain crowd, and I don't even talk like this. I don't even, you know what I'm saying, because I really don't be caring about stuff like that, but the pandering in this game is strong as fuck. And the fact that I'm saying it means that the pandering is strongest. So, I mean, when you look at some of these character designs, I get the vibes of going for the typical, oh, she looks like me, he looks like me type of crowd, which is a meme in itself, but the character designs just lack, just so bland, like a dry ass chicken breast. So broccoli, just a white ass plate with chicken breast, no seasoning, no nothing. And if you just look at some of these designs, they're not making you jump up with excitement like, oh, I want to play this character. Character designs just remind me of a office job, just a plain ass office job. You sit in the cubicle and you just pick up the phone for at least 8 to 10 hours, just boring as hell. Really not a fan of the character design whatsoever, especially being an Overwatch player. I mean, you say what you want about Blizzard or how Overwatch is ran. Overwatch has the best character design when it comes to a team-based shooter. There's so many fun and unique characters and abilities, and Concord just doesn't have any of that. So that's already a major strike when it comes to a team-based hero shooter. The maps in the beta were ass, I'm not gonna lie. They feel like very bloated for a 5v5 shooter. I mean, there's times where I'm running around, I do not see literally anybody. Oh my god, let me talk about the movements in this game. The tank movements is probably one of the worst movements I've ever experienced in a video game period in my life. I literally feel like I'm controlling EDP that morning he got up to go get a cupcake. That's how them tanks feel, just slow, sloppy. It feels like I'm walking in quicksand. I can't go anywhere. I'm gonna pass out at any moment. I just hate the way they made the tanks feel. And just comparing it to something like Overwatch, let me just say like Reinhardt. Reinhardt is a big character that has armor and a shield, but he doesn't feel sluggish, slow. He has like decent speed. He's not fast by any means, but he damn sure ain't slow as hell like a damn turtle. So that is a huge problem. Like, the tanks are not fun to play with at all, and I get it. They're big ass characters. I mean, so the characters in Concord, they're big as hell. I'm talking like Rosie O'Donnell, Amy Schumer. Like, there's some big characters. Now, I understand they're not supposed to move the fastest, but goddamn, I should not feel like I'm about to pass out by any given moment because I'm so unhealthy. Like, I just hate the movement that some of these characters have. And I mean, it's not even just them. There's some of the smaller characters are just incredibly fucking slow, and it just throws off everything about the game. Now, there's like a few characters that have good movement speeds and good movement abilities, but other than that, this game is extremely fucking slow, and I feel like a team-based hero shooter should not be slow. The characters in this game are not fun at all either. I mean, I had maybe 2 characters, Val and like Haymeyer or Waymeyer, whatever her fucking name is. She has like this crossbow looking gun and she shoots like these flame balls. I mean, y'all see the gameplay in the background. These are the only 2 characters I've actually put extensive time in because they were the only fun ones in my opinion. But Vale is like a Widowmaker ripoff. That's all she is. So there was some fun I had with her, but other than that, I tried all these other characters. Their abilities suck. Their movements suck. Their guns suck. I didn't like any other character. And then, you know, with team-based hero shooters, if somebody takes the characters that you like playing with, you're kind of fucked. Because if the other characters suck and they don't pique my interest, I don't want to play the game and I end up leaving, which happened a lot during this beta. I mean, when people leave, you're pretty much fucked because for some reason, they don't add people into the game if somebody leaves. So you're basically dealing like with 2v5s, 3v5s, and you know, at that point, anybody that plays hero shooters know once you're down 1 or 2 men, once you're down 1 or 2 players, you're pretty much fucked. There's no chance you're gonna win, and you're probably gonna get dog walked the rest of the way through. So that is a terrible situation, and I would say it's just a beta, but the fact that they're not doing that in the game releases next month, that is an issue. Or maybe it could be the fact that people just aren't playing the fucking game. I mean, the numbers tell you that nobody is playing Concord and nobody's excited for it. This game just really feels half-baked, okay? I don't understand why they're rushing to put this game out. I mean, if I was Sony, whoever else had a hand in this game, I would definitely delay this game and I would not make it $40. I would revamp it and I would roll it out like maybe next year as like a free-to-play game, because I'm telling you this now, this game is gonna have some supporters. Don't get me wrong, you're gonna have every game has this, okay? Especially games that aren't particularly good, they always have these like shield-like people that sit there and be like, I don't know why people force this fake hate on this game. It's not that bad. People are just haters. You know, every game has shields like that. Hell, Saints Row has shields like that. But the truth of the matter is there's not going to be enough shields to block the bullets that are going to come this game's way. This game is going to get lit the fuck up. And I'm not even going to sit here and say it's not deserved, because it absolutely is. I'm just going to be so real with y'all. This game is not worthy of $40. Like, I would rather take $40 and wipe my ass with it. I would not spend $40 for Concord. That's just me personally. My message to Sony is they definitely need to listen to the fan base more. Nobody asked for a team-based hero shooter in 2024. Nobody did. I mean, why? You have Overwatch. You got people that still play Team Fortress. You got Apex Legends. Even though that's a battle royale, in a sense, it's still a team-based hero shooter. Like, we have these type of games already. There was no need to make something like Concord, especially a bland, generic version of a team-based hero shooter. Nobody asked for that. Sony needs to get back in that bag they were in that PS3 era where they had like Resistance, we had the Killzone games, even back to the PS2 era, SOCOM. Everybody's been asking for SOCOM. We've been asking for SOCOM for maybe 7 years now. Sony needs to understand. People will not just buy the shit that you put out just because you're Sony. It does not fucking work like that. Nobody's gonna, and they're gonna find out with Concord. Concord is not gonna be a game that stands the test of time. Sony was looking at Helldivers because if y'all remember when Helldivers had that reveal trailer, there was a lot of people shitting on it. But Helldivers became an instant success when it dropped. And to its credit, Helldivers 2 brought back multiplayer gaming for a solid 2 months. It had a nice little Insanity run, but then everybody turned its back on Helldivers 2, and you know, everybody's critiquing the hell out of it now, and people aren't enjoying it like that. But those 2 months, Helldivers 2 had online on fire. Hell, I seen Sony ponies and Xbox fanboys trying to unite for once in a fucking generation. Like, that never was done before. Sadly, Sony thought that was going to be the case with Concord, and that's just not going to happen. Concord will last for maybe a month. If that, I think the game is going to absolutely die off, and it's going to be one of those games that people didn't even know that dropped. I mean, you got Blacksmith Wukong, or whatever that game is called, dropping the same week as Concord, and then you have an array of games dropping later on in the year. Nobody's going to give a fuck about Concord. I'm just being honest. So if Sony was smart, I really feel like they would pull this game. They would delay it. Delay it to next year, make it a free-to-play game, change the whole game up, go back to the drawing board, redesign a bunch of those characters. If you want this game to have a chance of succeeding. If not, you can drop that game next month if you want, but I guarantee you not too many people are going to buy. Too many people are going to spend $40, let alone $60 for early access for a mid-ass game. And this shit kind of angers me a little bit, man, because Sony is capable of so much more. I don't know who idea it was for Concord, but goddamn, did y'all drop the ball. So yeah, that's just my genuine raw feelings about Concord. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Did y'all even play the beta? Did y'all give a fuck to even attempt it? Did y'all pre-order it? If you did, you're a different animal. Let me know how y'all feel in the comment section below. That's really all I got to say, because if I keep talking, I'm just going to keep shitting on the game. I'm going to be real. So, yeah, guys, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.